Greetings, campers! Welcome to the world according to Yoni. In case it slipped your attention, I'm your host, Tanya Marten. And sitting next to me is my very first in-studio guest. And it just happens to be my wife, Tanya Marten, playwright, actress, producer, director, and all-around goddess. Okay, she's looking at me like, don't call me a goddess in front of...
Oh, no, I'm more than happy to be a goddess.
Okay, so there you go. No politics today. Sorry, gang. The world still sucks. How's that? But we're here to talk about euphoric tendencies. Now, some of you are going, what the hell is euphoric tendencies? Euphoric tendencies is a film that we are in the process of trying to raise the funds for, cast.
Raising the funds for.
Yeah, and all that fun stuff. Now, I would say normally that it's based on my darling wife's play of the same name, which we did in New York City some years ago. But an interesting little tidbit. The film script, the screenplay came first. And do you want to tell the story or should I?
Oh, you should.
Okay. Tanya will be happy to have me tell anything
I'll talk.
Okay. We were doing a staged reading of the screenplay at a theater in New York City. And I don't know how many of you have ever, if ever, seen a reading of a play or screenplay. You get a group of actors on stage and invite people, hope they'll come, and they sit around and usually, the audience is polite. That's not what happened when we did the Euphoric Tendencies reading. When we were done, the audience jumped to its feet and applauded like I have never seen applause at a reading in my life. And I've been in and to a hell of a lot of readings.
And they wouldn't leave.
They wouldn't leave.
They would not leave.
They wouldn't let us off the stage.
They just wanted to talk about the story and talk about their experiences, be they artistic or what you call the word, or expanding their consciousness, or sexual, or anything. So because we have a lot of levels in the story, so they wouldn't leave.
They wouldn't leave. They wouldn't let us off the stage. So I turned to Tanya and I said, "How long would it take you to turn this into a stage play?" Now, I say she did it in a week. You say?
2 weeks.
Either way, 2 weeks. So we produced the play under our nonprofit theater company, the Actors Repertory Theater, and it was a hit. It was a success. And
we should tell them a little bit about the story so they have some understanding.
You wrote it. You tell them.
Let's see. We'll try to do the quick version. I'm the writer, so I like to go on and on. But it's a story about a frustrated writer. It is not me, but the frustrated writer. She works in a lesbian, new age, eclectic bookstore. She has a computer boyfriend. She's completely obsessed with writing the American greatest novel ever, and she can't write one word. All she ever does is write in her journal. And she meets this amazing, huge character, this woman who travels the world and writes books and does just about everything she wants to do. She's bisexual. She is one of those eat up life kind of people, and you got to experience things in order to write about them. And so through their relationship, there are a lot of quirky, funny things that happen because it is a comedy. It's completely a comedy. We don't take ourselves seriously in this at all. And we wanted to make it fun. But through this journey, she grows. and finds out who she is and has to share who she is with the world, which is not always easy, and becomes a bigger person and learns how to live authentically and have fun. So that's the story. It's one of the things that Mina, the Live It Up girl, introduces her to is spanking and bisexuality and opening her up her sexuality as well as her artistic side and telling her story. As I say, I'm the writer and I go on too long.
Well,
I have a shorter pitch, but anyhow, we were surprised that so many people stayed behind, partly because some people just love to talk about sex and some people are terrified to talk about sex. And we thought, even though it's just a rom-com, that we were shocked that so many people who were, so many people came up and just talked about the artistic journey.
That was the amazing thing.
I think that was the most, and these people were from all walks of life. My father, who is a Lutheran minister, he came up and he was our biggest laugher in the show, and he didn't just come up and say, "Yay, Tanya, you did a good job." He really loved the story.
And he helped us build sets the last week before we opened.
Yeah, he was my dad.
But that's, I think, the artistic journey is we
as
can't
big
let that
as
go.
anything. It's as big as anything.
And what stunned me to some degree is how many people got that. I mean,
yes.
It was amazing. My best friend since kindergarten, he and his wife came down from Connecticut to see the show. And they had a long drive back, but they would not leave. They talked and talked about it because they got the journey.
And they wanted to talk about the show. They didn't just say, "Hey, Jonathan."
Yeah, it wasn't a reunion of best friends.
Yeah.
It was
they wanted to talk about the show and the story. And it was gratifying. It's taken on a life of its own, far beyond the fun play I wanted to write. It is, well, actually, the screenplay. The screenplay came first, and there's some scenes in it that I absolutely love that we had to take out because you just can't do them on stage. Not, because we can't control a spider on stage, which is one of the funniest scenes as far as I'm concerned.
And it's based on a real life event. So, well, actually, a lot of things in there are based on real life events.
Many are exaggerated, of course, for comedic effect.
And I should point out that in the play, Tanya played Mina, the bisexual extrovert.
Woohoo!
And she, not only did I get to direct it, but she wrote a nice part for her husband, and you gotta love a woman who does that. So,
we're actors.
Where we're at now is really kind of interesting because we got a group of people together who really, really believe in euphoric tendencies.
They're so wonderful.
They are, we call them Team ET.
Call out, Team ET.
Yeah, hey, gays. Did I say gays instead of guys?
I think you might have.
Which is ironic because I don't think
many of them.
Well, Lauren maybe. But the point being, these people are so believe in the project that they are putting their time, their effort, their connections,
their money
to work and helping us get the film off the ground. Now, if COVID would go away, it would be much nicer,
easier.
Yeah.
Probably be made by now.
But it's still here, so we're hoping we're hoping by the fall we can start shooting. That's the plan. And Tanya will once again be playing Mina, the part she played.
I'm not sure why he's plugging that.
Because I thought you were brilliant on stage. I know you'll be brilliant on film, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you, love. I'm proud of you, too.
I'm proud of you, too. I did a good job directing on stage, but I'll do a much better job directing the film.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here today, to talk about this. We have spent... huh?
Not too long.
Okay, not too long, she says. We have spent an enormous amount of time trying to get people to join in, to become become part of it, and to that degree, we are going to be hosting a screening of the stage play, which. Don't tell anyone at Actors Equity. I had shot live in performance in New York.
That's always a really good thing to say when you're just broadcasting something. Don't tell these people.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's really anyway, we did a production, and we were lucky enough to be able to capture some of it on film, actually all of it on film. And with everyone's permission, we are able to show it for free to anyone who wants to see it and share the story.
Now, I will say this when it comes to the screening, which is going to be next Saturday, the 29th, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. for you on the West Coast. And if you're in England, I don't know what the hell time it is. But, and we've invited people from England, which is why I say that. But I can't give out the link on the show because it's a private link. However, if you would like to see the screening, please contact me at accordingtoyoni@gmail.com. That's the show's address, accordingtoyoni@gmail.com. And I will supply you with the private link for the YouTube screening. And here's the kicker. After the screening, Tanya and I will be doing a Zoom Q&A for 100 lucky people, the first 100 people to get to Zoom, because that's our limit on Zoom. And we will happily answer the questions that the audience throws at us. We may not know the answers to some of it, but we'll try.
I'll know the answers to most of it. And also, if anyone wants to read the screenplay, which is different, but just as funnier actually, I think, than the play, if someone wants to read that, they can also email
accordingtoyoni@gmail.com. It's the easiest way to do it.
Is the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. Well, I could give the...
I'm going to just throw this out here and I'm going to make it happen. Also, you can go to solarfilms.com and the link will be right there on the front page for this week until it is produced or shown, and then the link will go down and you will have to always contact us too.
So we're going to put this up on...
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
That's the easiest way for you to go see it.
Now, I should tell you, Soular Films is spelled S-O-U-L, like your soul. Solar.
SOULARFILMS.com.
And if we can figure out how to do it, in the editing part of this, we'll put it so you can see it as a scroll on the bottom of the tape, this show. So,
yes, that we don't know how to do yet.
But we'll
will.
learn. So, and I want to say something else. That is, we've put together with Team ET a list of actors and actresses. I call everybody who acts an actor, but some people like to define that. We have a list for the role of the young writer, and maybe not so young writer, because we've
Beth is the main character. She has a huge journey. It is any actress's wet dream. The reason I don't play it is because, honestly, I've done a journey that is not that journey, but a similar journey, and I really want to give it to an actress that's going to make their lives better and launch their careers or reinvigorate their careers. Can be played by someone between, I'd say, 30s, 40s.
We've got on our list, we have actors from 30s to 50.
Yeah, about that. And you know, a mature late 20s, possibly. We'll see.
But
so we have a list. We also are welcome to suggestions once people have seen the story, seen or read the story. Any actress who, like I said, is looking to reinvigorate things,
or it's a star-making part, in my opinion.
Oh, it is. Every time we have done this, the audience comes up to me and Jonathan and says, I don't know how you could have ever done this show without that actress. She was perfect. Now, mind you, every single time we've done it with a different actress. And of course, they've all been wonderful actresses. But sometimes a part is helpful in letting an actress show everything that they are.
And sometimes the writing is just so good.
That, of course, I could not say because...
But I can. Sometimes the writing is just so good, any actor with their salt would want to play the role. And there are a couple roles that we'd like to put name actors in just because it helps you sell a movie, but it doesn't have to be that way, and it won't necessarily be that way, although with all the agents, casting directors, managers, and publicists we've invited to the screening, you just never know. Not to mention our celebrity friends, the few that we have.
They're not that few, but anyhow, that's not the point. The point is that we are still casting, and I know that excites most actors, and it's a commercial project, so it should attract all those who are in the industry who want to be part of something special.
I'm glad you said that.
Because I actually said that, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
I'm amazed.
Getting Tanya to say anything like that is miraculous because she does not like to toot her own horn, but I will do it for you.
Not too much, please. Okay. Don't make me too uncomfortable.
Because I just think it's a fabulous script. I really do. And I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of us for the work we're doing in getting this thing off the ground.
And Team E.T., I am so proud to be a part of a group as dedicated and just excited as they are. I am thankful.
Should we note some of them?
That is you. I don't do that.
Okay, let's see. Because I want to shout out because they deserve it.
That is true. They do deserve it.
First of all, my friend and brother from another mother, Christopher Corman, son of the late, great Harvey Korman,
it's just a doll.
Jumped into this. I didn't ask him. He just volunteered. And Chris has been working his ass off. So those of you who saw my interview with Chris a few months back will remember him. He is the kindest, sweetest, gentlest guy. And, he's the son of Harvey Korman, for God's sake. He knows a bit about show business. Then I have a friend who I didn't know in high school because she was a couple of years behind me, but I met her at a high school reunion. So, Maria, you are, mwah,
You are a goddess.
we love you, and you are amazing. My brother Ethan, who is Ethan's the kind of guy who could sell snow to an Eskimo. He's a great actor. He is a pretty damn good director for anybody who saw our film White Buffalo, An American Prophecy. And he is working his butt off trying to find us locations and
How's it, Susan?
deals. I haven't got...
Well, yeah.
And then our friend Susan Posey. Susan worked with us in the Actors Repertory Theater, 21, 22 years ago? More. Actually, one of her plays, Cat's Red and Green, was produced by Actors Repertory Theater. And Susan jumped into this just because she believes in it so much. There's our friend David Purvis, an actor out of New York. David, we love you, David. And whom am I forgetting? Huh? Oh. And then I have to mention my friend Ed Tynan, who was the first person to believe in us enough to chalk up some money. You know, he believed in us, and it was a nice little chunk, and it's gotten us this far. So it's an amazing group of people, and we thank you all for believing in us and believing in this project. For those of you, by the way, who are not in the entertainment industry, you're invited just as much as anybody in the entertainment industry, because we want you to have fun, and we think you will have fun.
We are.
And also because it's in there for our friends in the, dare I say it, spanking scene.
Oh, here, I was going to go the kinky community.
Okay, the
kinky community spanking scene
of the United States of America, of England, of every country on
everywhere.
this planet. This is for you guys too. So be with us, join us. If you haven't seen it, you really should.
And this is a time when someone who is kinky is not a serial killer. Everyone finds power through their own power and self-worth and what they have to give the world through whatever they love. And
Well,
that's how it's a positive story. There's nothing where people.
There are no damaged people, serial killers, or psychos. It's just normal, everyday people doing what they choose to do as adults,
and kooky people doing funny things in a funny bookstore.
Yeah,
because we have some kooky people.
In any event, I think we've pretty much covered everything, haven't we? Or did I leave something out? Did I leave anyone out? I'm trying to think.
Oh, yes. There are lots of people that are helping us.
If I left
everybody.
any of you out, I apologize profusely. We're winging it here. But please join us next Saturday. And hopefully you'll be listening or watching this before next Saturday, January 29th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. West Coast Time, and you've got to figure it out if you're anywhere else on the planet. So from Tanya and myself,
from Tanya and Jonathan, we...
By the way, do we have to explain my name again now that...
I guess I outed you.
No, I've explained it many times.
So, okay, all right. Well, yeah, sure. I call you Yoni all the time as well.
Yeah, Yoni is simply Johnny in Hebrew, a nickname I've had for a very, very, very long time. So...
if there are any other things you think of when you think of Yoni, That is not my Jonathan. My Jonathan is my Yoni.
Yes.
That even sounds.
You love your Yoni, yes.
I love my Yoni. In fact, one of the things that we do a lot in the movie is we kiss, which is one of the reasons we're waiting for COVID to go down a little bit. So I'm going to end it by kissing my husband.
Ooh. I have to tell you, folks, that's the best ending for a show I've had in the year and a half I've been doing The World According to Yoni. So there ain't nothing else.
That's the
That
end,
was
folks.
it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Take care of yourselves.
Yes.
Join us. And remember, as I always like to say at the end, don't take any shit from anyone. Bye-bye.
I agree.